Hello, hello, hello. Hi everybody, Stacy here from Creatively Stacy. Happy Sunday. I thought I'd pop on real quick. I'm working on a Easter project and I thought I would share with you guys what's happening, what's going down here this afternoon. Thought maybe anybody was around, wanted to join me. If you pop on, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you pop on to replay, say replay and let me know where you're tuning in from. Lots of new faces around these parts. And so I wanted to welcome everybody and let you know, I've had a lot of questions about the paint party that's coming up. And for those of you that have taken the time to sign up, I so appreciate you. Thank you. Hope you'll find lots of fun things in there to paint in the meantime before we go live next weekend. And if you can't join us for the live next weekend, you can do it on replay until the following month when we do the next one. You'll need to decide if you want to stay in another month or not. That'll be up to you. But you've got plenty of time to do all of the painting. So I thought I would answer a few questions real quick. The biggest question I get is, how do I know what I need to have? And my answer is always the same for all of our paintings. You need to have the basic colors. If you have the basic primary colors in black and white, you can make any color under the sun. I promise you, you can. So if you're concerned about what colors you need to have red, yellow, blue, white, and black. Those 5 colors, you can make anything you need to make. So if you have those 5 colors, you're good to go. So those 5 are the main ones. Anything else after that is just a bonus if you want to get it. If it's easier for you, if you don't like mixing colors, something like that. But honestly, I say get the 5 colors, learn to use them, and you'll be glad that you did. The other question I get is brushes. What brushes do I need to have? I don't get expensive brushes. I think they're Artist Loft or something like that. I don't know. You can get them at Walmart or Amazon or Michael's or Hobby, wherever. You probably get them. I know you can probably get them at the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. I'm sure they have them. I recommend everybody has an angle brush, and the size is not as important as just having an angle brush. These are 3 different sizes. It's I think it's a 1, 2, and a 4. In the long-handled ones, the shorter ones might have different numbers. Just an angle brush, one angle brush. You don't need various sizes. You need one fairly I'm not talking the giant. I'm talking regular, right? See those? Just a little angle brush, not teeny tiny, but something you can work with. The other thing I like you to have, but it's not do or die, but it's handy, is what they call a round brush. So it's just kind of curved with a little bit of a pointy end. So the size, again, is not hugely important. This is a 6, probably a 6 and a 4 maybe on these. I don't know, but one angle brush, one round brush. And then I'd like you to have either a liner brush or a detail brush for the smaller work. You can always go back in with a marker or something if you don't have a smaller brush, but just a little brush for the little things. And then, so that's 3 brushes, 1, 2, 3 brushes. The other thing I'd like to recommend is, which you could use, the big angle brush or a big flat brush. They look the same, they're just not angled, or a chip brush. And that's for doing the backgrounds in the bigger areas. So basically 4 brushes will get you all the places you need to go. I'll grab them up here again. An angle around a detail or liner brush, and a flat brush or a chip brush. So 4 brushes, 5 paint colors, and you can paint on canvas. You can get canvases at the Dollar General and the Dollar Tree. You can get them at Walmart, Amazon, Michael's. I always recommend if you get them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, use a coupon and get the value packs where you get 8 or 10 for $10 and use a coupon and be cheaper than that. I don't know if you can use coupons on the value packs. Get them on sale. The other thing I really recommend everybody should have in their home is a mixed media book. And I know you can get these on Amazon too. They probably have something similar at Walmart, or you can go to, I usually go to Michael's because that's closest to me. I get the mixed media. The 9 by 12 inch is the one I like. And it comes with 60 pages. So it's 120 paintings. So these are great. You can throw them in the drawer. So if you have kids or you like to paint, you got lots of stuff to paint on. And if all else fails and you don't have anything to paint on, get out a cardboard box. Use that. You can make do in a pinch. I know things are kind of crazy right now, and if you're not out and about, look around your house, see what you can use. Speaking of which, I thought we would do a little bunny painting today. So I went to the Dollar General this morning and I got color in wood sign. It was $1. This is what I got. It came with a little hanger. And I'm not going to color that in. You're going to paint right over that. And you can make a sign anything you want. I just went ahead and painted the back of it. I don't know why my light's so weird today. A light pink. And what I thought we would do to show it how easy you guys can do these things, if you feel like you can't draw, you feel like that's what's holding you back, that's why you're not doing it, because you can't draw it. If you followed when I did the bunny and roses back there, over there, there, that was a trace. I printed out, it's hard to do, I printed out a piece of paper, a silhouette that was free, there's no rights to it or whatever, on the internet. I printed it on my paper, on my printer. I cut it out. If this is on regular paper, if you're going to reuse it, do it on cardstock or something thicker, but printed it out on regular paper, and I traced it onto there and did that. I'm going to use this again today, and even though this is way smaller, let me grab that. Oh. I mean, this sign I did here is pretty big, right? It's pretty good size, and I used this piece of paper that I printed out to do that, right? And today we're gonna put Mr. Bunny on this from the Dollar General for $1. Okay. So just to show you, let me hang this back up here. If you're holding off on the painting because you think you can't draw, I got a solution for that. The other thing I got at the Dollar General, and I'm not sure I'm going to use, is I got these craft pins. They have them there for $1 too. You get a whole bunch of them. I don't know how many come in the 20 of them for $1. Somebody do the math. I don't know. How much is that for one? And I just added that same pink that I painted this. I painted this. So, I don't know. I got $1.05 into the supplies here other than my paint. Right? So, you guys can do that. So, I'm just going to set this out of the side. This is the hanger that came with it. I'm going to turn you down here. There you are. And all I'm going to do is take this little Mr. Bunny here. I already did it to save some time, but lay it on there. Just like that. No, he's not going to fit. So I'm going to let it, he's not going to fit. I'm going to let his ear go off the page. I'm going to let his feet go off the page. You decide how you want to lay it out, or you could print out a new bunny to size. But I kind of like having stuff go right off the page, right? So you trace around it either with chalk, right? Or you can actually take your paintbrush and your paint and trace around it that way. You got options. So there, you didn't have to draw a thing. You're good to go. I wet my paintbrush and dry it on a paper towel. I'm going to do a gray little bunny. I'm looking around. I don't think I even got any white out. I don't know what I was thinking there. I have to think about what I was thinking. Make sure you get the water off your brush so it doesn't drip down onto your page. If you guys are popping on and talking to me, I'm not seeing it on my end. So hello and welcome if you're here. And paint in the shape of the body. I'm not painting straight up and down because this is a curved part of his body. I'm painting a curved part of his body, right? And I could definitely have used a bigger brush because this is a big area. Why don't I go ahead and switch to that bigger brush? And I can come back to this little one when I get in tight. Otherwise we'll be painting for days here. Too much water. There we go. I'm going straight up and down when I get to the middle because that would be straight up and down, right? So just kind of think about that. I am using my chalk paint today, you guys. It's just something that I like to use. You can completely do this with acrylics. So that's your personal choice. If you have acrylics, don't hesitate to get them out and do this kind of home decor. This would be so fun to do with the kids. They're home. It could help you decorate for Easter, right? This particular gray has gotten pretty old. I thought I wet it down enough, but it's pretty thick, so I'm struggling with it dragging a little, so that's why you see me adding water to it. If your paint is draggy or dry, just a little bit of water goes a long ways. So I'm just following that trace that I did at the beginning, and I used that I could see. And if you've followed me for any length of time, you know I hate this green chalk because it shows on my paintings and it makes a mess, but I'll clean it up afterwards. It'll be fine. No worries. If you're doing this yourself at home, I recommend white chalk. If you've already painted your background, it's just easier to make that disappear than these neon colored chalks, right? This would be kind of fun to do in a variety of colors too, but I'm keeping things very simple. I don't need a lot of craziness. On my walls for Easter. I just kind of want things to be, I don't even know if I'll hang this. I might just set it, I don't know, set it in the corner or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. Set it on a shelf. And if you mess up and you decide you don't like your ear for some reason or whatever the case may be, then like I did up here, and I'll show you that in a minute, just go back over it with your base color and fix it. So my oops will be a teachable here in just a second because I couldn't see my line even though I drew it with that green chalk. Who knew? I had drawn one earlier on here that I was just going to freehand, and then I decided to show you guys how you could reuse that. So I have two drawings on here, and it's messing me up. So we'll get it fixed up here in just a second. Wash that off. Okay, so this little ear got a little carried away, and we're going to fix that in just a second. If I left my screwdriver out. Good. Sometimes you gotta do what your eyes tell you, not what the green chalk tells you. It's all right. Just go right over it. Let it dry, and then just go right over it. His ear got a little fat there, so we're just gonna take it back a little bit. When that dries, I'll hit it again. So that's our progress so far. The little Easter bunny. Add a little more water to that gray and go ahead and give it a second coat. If you were going to leave it more shabby and sand it back or something, you wouldn't have to do a second coat. Just, wow, that was good. But this is going to go in my living room, so I want it to look nice, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Dry off my brush again. There you go. I'm just going to go right back over what I just painted. And especially if you guys use acrylics, I definitely would recommend considering a second coat for any decor display pieces. You want to make sure you have really good coverage. So again, on those edges I'm going curved, and then when I get to the middle I'm going up and down. And this board isn't completely smooth. It's kind of rough, which is okay by me. Now at this point on the bunny, you have a choice to make whether you're going to do, if you're looking at the front of the bunny, you want to do a face on him or her, or if you're looking at the back of the bunny and you want to do a little cottontail or bunny butt. I'm really liking all the bunny butts this year. That seems to be very popular, and I'm enjoying that. So keep life simple. If you like it, I would recommend you do it. Just blend in my paint there where it's thick. There we go. So there we go. All of that short and sweet. See if that top is pink is dried enough. I'll do a second coat up there too, as long as I've got it out. All right. Hope I got all the gray out of my brush. Make my own disasters today, apparently. So what is everybody up to today? I'm still not sure what the deal is with this Corona situation. I'm about ready to start drinking some Corona. No, just kidding. We did go to the store this morning because they were supposed to get a truck in. We were hoping to grab some toilet paper, but the truck hadn't been there yet, and there was no toilet paper, so we're still good for a few days, and we're just holding out hope that, that things work out, right? What are you going to do? Here we go. So Mr. Bunny's been updated. He would be cute with a sweet little face though too, I don't know. I'm going to straighten up that other ear too. You can see what I'm going back with my background, guys, and just straightening up any lines that aren't making me happy. Having no white out is not making me happy either, so I'm going to have to grab some white. And so I think we're going to do a chalk paint / acrylic paint mix because I know where my white acrylic is. So I'm going to grab that real quick while you enjoy the bunny situation that's going on. We'll grab some white. That black out. Okay. So this white is a little bit thinner. So I have to remember when I'm using two different things because I tend to get a little heavy-handed sometimes when I switch paints midstream. So So we're going to do a fluffy little bunny butt real quick here. I didn't bring back any coffee filters, you guys. That was a cute trick. Did you guys see that one with the coffee filters? We're just painting today, so nothing too strenuous. Just wanted to give you an idea of something you could do to decorate your home with a Dollar General piece of wood that cost $1. And something you could definitely do with the kids. If you want your bunny tail to be perfectly round, figure out where you want it first. Make sure your brush isn't dripping. Figure out where you want it. Oh, why would I leave it? Alright. And put your brush down and push and spin. And you'll get a perfect little circle like that. Obviously, I need a bigger bunny butt. Just to give you the idea of how to do it. I'm going to actually go around with my brush and just dab all the way around that circle. Turn as I go here to make a fluffy butt. So the round gave me a guide as to where I wanted to be, and that made it super easy to do a little cottontail. And you could do this with any color. If you're matching a color scheme or something, that would be super simple, easy way to do it. My other bunny over there, I did circles, and that one I did words. I wanted to do what I was thinking, and that's why I'm trying to decide. I don't think I really want to put too much around Mr. Bunny, because I think we'll wait. Let me go ahead and, as long as I got the white out, do some lining, and then we'll do this and do a little thingamabobber. So I'm going to wet my liner brush, and I'm going to wet my white paint. Where are you? Just a little bit. Make sure if you wash your brush that it's not dripping down the whole thing. So I'm just dabbing that into that white that I just wet and rolling it off. And I'm going to start doing a little bit of embellishing on this little bunny rabbit. Add some interest to your painting. Now usually I like to add black. See, I'm just doing dashes. I'm not doing full lines. Hi Amber. I finally see somebody out there. Facebook's not showing me anything today. It's a secret what you guys got going on. I'll have to look later and see what's happening. Because I don't know. So I'm just doing some dashes. Thick or thin, whatever. Just to give some interest. Just make sure you don't have big globs on your... Just to give some interest. You could totally go through and do fur on this whole bunny rabbit situation. Like I said, I'm keeping it very simple. Just something sweet and easy. And we're going to embellish him or her with a little... I don't know if we're going to do a rag bow or a tassel. I've been kind of not too sure which way I'm going. Sometimes when I do stuff like that, I just kind of see how it lays out when I get to where we're getting. See how simple that is? And so I'm going to wash that off. I'm going to do some white edging, and then we'll figure out the little embellishment, and it'll be that simple. So for the edging, I'm going to take a dry brush. You guys can see. I'm taking my chip brush, dry brush, wiping as much paint off it as I can wipe off it. Hopefully not splattering all over your painting while you're doing it. If you do, live with it or touch that up later. And I'm just going to take it along the edges to kind of frame out the bunny. You can do as much or as little as this as you want. I don't know if that's even showing up on camera, you guys, but see that edging? There's none up here at the top. It just kind of frames out your piece. I'm going to do a little heavier. I have to turn it so I can see it to do it. So I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to keep you guys in my view, in your view, so you can see what I'm doing. When you're doing it, do it so you can see what you're doing. And if you do this or do something similar to it, be sure to send it to me so I can see what you're up to. I'm going to do this a little bit heavier since I didn't do any decorations on the sides of this one. I'm going to go ahead and embrace the shabbiness. Here we go. Okay, so where I splatter painted, we'll touch that up real quick before it gets away from me. And I'll forget to go back and do it later. There's that. And the gray. That's not too bad. There you go. Easy fix. It's only paint, you guys. If you mess it up, paint it again. No biggie. So there is that. So then what we're up to is figuring out, I gotta make sure just gonna lay that there for a minute while we think about it. And I have this piece of stuff with half the stuff missing out of it because I pulled these out and use them. And this is something you can get at the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. It comes like this. But you can take the little strings out and use them, which I have a tendency to like to do. I like that rustic little look. I don't know. I was thinking I might even just do the tassel situation because I think it would be cute. Or would I rather do a little bow? Or you could do a little bow down here too, you guys. That would be fun. I'm not sold on it. Alright, let's do the... Oh. Let's grab this ribbon I have. My scissors. Cut a few pieces of that. Needs to be pretty small. Alright. Depending on whatever, I'm not measuring, you guys, I'm just winging it. Depending on how big your pieces will depend on what size you use. So there we go on that. This is pretty small to even worry about cutting those ends, but I'll show you how I do it anyways. See if I can cheat and do them all at once. I might. So you fold them, and you cut from the folded side out, and you get a little V. If you do it the other way, you get a point. So there's that. Hi, Christine. Just working on Easter. Playing around today. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There we go. So isn't that sweet? So we got that. Those are cute. Little guys. I'm just going to crisscross them. Just doing a quick little thingy here. A raggedy bow. Actually, these are so long, I can probably double them right over. The trick is I'm going to get so much in my hands, I won't even be able to, I won't be able to hold on to it. Alright, and just tie this. We can go back and change that later if we don't like it, right? Wanted to come up with, I really think I should have done the tassel though, you guys. You know what I might do? I'm going to tie this low and have some hanger downers. If that's a technical term, I don't know. So basically I just took 4 little ribbons and crisscrossed them, and then I grabbed some of these strings that I ripped out of the other thing and put them in there. I'm trying to tie it together now so it doesn't fall apart on me. And then we'll be in business here. It's much easier to do when no one's watching you. There we go. Let me give this a couple of ties. I like to tie it with whatever I'm using in the front if I can, because then it just all goes together. Really nice and easy. Alright, so once you get your mess situated, you pull things around, lay them out however you want them to be. I had pearls too, you guys. I got to get to the store and get some more lace. But kind of been laying low. They're kind of saying not to go anywhere and do anything, and I don't know how far this is gonna carry on, but we haven't been anywhere or done anything, so just cutting these because they're too long. Actually, that's pretty sweet just by itself. I don't even know if I need paint all over me. I don't even know if I need this. I like this little thing though, and I want to use it, but now I'm thinking, see, that's why I was thinking the little hanger downers would be a better way to go. Or I could glue that on front of there, and I could hang, I could glue that on front of there and I could use it to hang a little note or something. That would be cute. I might go in that direction. That's the fun thing about crafting, you guys. I'm not going to glue this on here because I'm not decided on what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to hold it up for you guys to see. I kind of think I want something more dangly, but this was my idea, was to have this, and then you could hang whatever from there. And I'm thinking I might go back and make a cute little tag that says Happy Easter or something, and then just glue this little bow onto this clip. And then you could change it to whatever you wanted to change it to. So I think that would be really fun. So that's a thought, and I think that's the direction I'm going to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this back together. Like I said, you guys, this was $1, the Dollar General. You could color in the back if you want to. You could paint the back. I don't know. And I just took the little thing out that came with it. We'll see if I can fish it back in here or not. And then I think we'll probably go to the store again. And see if there's any toilet paper in town yet. Too funny. Like I said, we're not desperate yet, but I don't really want to get to that point either. I'm trying to plan ahead here a little bit. I got it all. I might have to get my glue gun to get this through. I could show you that little trick too. Let me do that. Take your glue gun. Where are you? And just put a little, ooh, this is dripping. Put a little on the end of there. And let it cool down. Don't burn your fingers. And once it cools down, and you're not burning your fingers, or if you have those little finger guards, then you can just smush it and it'll go through your thing. See that? Ta-da! Oh, did I do it backwards? And then I still did it backwards. I wanted these little things in the front. All right, go this way. Those things I wanted in the front. So glue gun to the rescue on that. On this side. Here we go. So yeah, let me get this on here. I can glue that other part on just to show you what I'm thinking, and then I think I'm going to make a little tag, which you could make with paper on your printer, and then just add a little paint to it. I want the glue off the end of that so it doesn't look so... Should have left myself a little bit more so I could cut it. Alright. There we go. So this is where we are at with our Dollar General dollar purchase. Alright. And then I just grabbed some little ribbon. I just feel like this guy's so plain. I'm going to add a little bit more of these little scraps here. I like things really rustic and shabby, and I don't like everything to be all the same. I don't want it to look like it was made in the factory. I want it to look like I made it. So if you have it and it's all the same, it's kind of looks factory made, and I don't want it to be that way. So I just put my arm in that paint again. You guys, the paint and I today, every day probably. Alright. So there. Now we got a lot more going on here. Now I'm feeling good about it. I ended up flipping it over so that bow that was in the front on the first time around is now going to be in the back. And I like that better because it's behind the pink. So it's between the gray and the pink. So you got to just kind of play with things and see what you like, right? I'll mess with that later to get it a more stretched around for you. But anyways, without further delay, without more paint on my arm, I hope, I'm going to just glue that on there. And my little handy dandy hot glue gun. Now this is just decorative, so you really don't need to have crazy E6000 glue or whatever. You can just use hot glue, but this part, if you're going to use it a lot, you might want to consider adding some E6000 so it doesn't pop off when you go to use it. But I'm really going to just hang something on it and it'll be there. I'm not going to be changing it. If I was doing it for like a photo, if you were making a photo thing, but you could so use these to make those little photo hangers, then you want a stronger glue. Maybe even some wood glue. I'm not sure when you're gluing on paint. Glue is not my forte. So anyways, thank you for joining me. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna get make a little something that says Happy Easter and hang it from this little paper clip from the Dollar General, and on this little sign from the Dollar General. So yeah, and then I'll have a cute little Easter decoration. So how fun is that? So again, go back and watch the beginning if you missed it. If you can't draw, you can certainly trace. And if you tell me you don't have anything to paint on, I'm going to say go spend $1. You got something to paint on. The cheaper way in the long haul, get yourself one of these books. And you can do 120 paintings. Front and back, 60 pages. And it goes in the drawer, out of the way when you're done. And then if you really like something, paint it on canvas, or paint it on wood, or paint it on whatever. Anyways, happy Sunday, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not seeing comments, so I'm glad you joined me, and I'll catch them later. And have a great afternoon. All right, bye.